Hello, and welcome back to Bay Area Housewife of True Crime, where I like to tell the stories of the real cucuys and lloronas of the world. We are at part 2 of the Litton case, aka the Feather River Adventist Academy school shooting. As a reminder, topics may be triggering. Viewer and listener discretion is very strongly advised. The people mentioned are innocent until proven guilty in court. Using the name Mark Hansen, he requested an Uber ride to the Feather River Adventist Academy in Oroville, California. On December 4th of 2024 at 1:08 p.m., a student at Feather River Adventist Academy called 911 to report an active shooter had opened fire at their school. The California Highway Patrol arrived within 2 minutes, and the sheriff's deputies were seconds behind. The entire Department of Butte County's 84 sheriffs were dispatched to aid. Feather River Adventist Academy is a small private school located on a 7-acre lot that is surrounded by orchards and cows. After meeting with the principal about information to enroll his fake grandchild to the school, he headed down the school's corridor, saw Roman and Elias playing in the playground, and shot them with his illegal gun, and then turned the gun on himself. By what you can only call a miracle, divine intervention, the grace of God, the universe, whatever you believe in, the two kids innocently playing during their recess made it out alive and survived the attempt on their lives. Roman suffered 2 gunshot wounds. His twin brother Armani witnessed the attack. Everyone involved and their generations ahead of them will forever be traumatized by this horror. Elias suffered a gunshot wound to the stomach. They were both rushed to the hospital, were in critical but stable condition. However, they required a number of surgeries. Elias Wolford's family was elated when he regained movement in his legs because he couldn't move them after he was shot by Glenn Litton. Roman's family said that he was doing amazing from UC Davis Medical Center. February 3rd, 2025, San Francisco Chronicle article reported that Elias Wolford was, quote, making remarkable strides towards recovery. And that was based on social media posts made by his grandmother, Debbie Wolford. Elias required 3 surgeries to repair his organs when a bullet perforated his chest and stomach. As of late, he had been able to crawl, stand a little, and with the help of his caretakers. This was great considering he was left unable to move his right leg at all. Yet, he still had weeks of hospitalization. On January 14th of 2025, the FBI arrested the man who sold the gun to Glenn. Glenn was a convicted felon, and if you're a felon, you cannot legally possess a firearm. A 45-year-old man named Jesse Kitagawa Jr. of Phoenix, Arizona, sold this to Glenn. They met at a motel in April of 2024, where the transaction for the $300 Glock 19 handgun occurred. A Glock 19 is also known as a ghost gun. By design, ghost guns do not have serial numbers on them and are difficult for law enforcement to track. I think the creepiest part of this story is that this man acted as if he was a grandfather to a fake grandchild, and he had met with several other school administrators at other Adventist academies as well, all under the ruse of being a caring grandfather looking to enroll a grandson that did not exist. Glenn told the school that his daughter had recently moved to a nearby Gridley and was considering enrolling his grandson into the school. Glenn's reality was different from ours, and he truly believed that the Seventh-day Adventist community was involved in the, quote, genocide and oppression of Palestinians, along with attacks towards Yemen. And that is a quote. The shooting happened right after his scheduled appointment, and he was described as cordial by the staff. Authorities believe that this real-life monster targeted the academy due to its affiliation with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. 56-year-old Glenn Litton, whatever the fuck you say his name, I don't care, was a career criminal with rap sheets in both California and Arizona. He was obviously dealing with some serious mental health issues, a psycho. Since the 90s and 2000s, he had a myriad of convictions for forgery, fraud, identity theft, and just regular theft. Feather River Adventist Academy in Oroville, California is a Seventh-day Adventist institution that offers kindergarten through 8th grade education. At the time, the academy had a total of 35 students. The Northern California Conference of SDAs made a public statement saying that their academies had closed that day. We've reached the end of today's episode over at Bay Area Housewife of True Crime. Thank you so much for coming down the rabbit hole where I currently live. Stay tuned for the next episode on the next case. You can find full recordings of these episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcast at Bay Area Housewife of True Crime. I'm also on YouTube. If you like my content, do me a solid and rate my show wherever you listen. As always, I respect and accept your opinions. I welcome all comments, questions, case suggestions, etc. Call me, beat me at yayareahousewife@gmail.com. And yes, that's yay area with the Y, like E40 said. I'll see you chismosas y chismosos in the next. Adios.